Since episode 1 of Boruto Naruto The Next Generation, we've seen Boruto activate his Doujutsu, which everyone is still trying to identify. From what we've seen, it only activates in one eye. Also, the only person we've seen with a one-eyed Byakugan is Boruto, so that is what you are led to think. But what if I told you that there was someone else who unlocked the Byakugan in one eye? And that is what this video is supposed to cover, so stay tuned. Subscribe and punch that notification button to get any video I release, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. In Itachi Shinjan Book of Bright Light, which was released way before the thought of Boruto even occurred in Kishimoto's mind, there was a man named Mukai kohinata who unlocked the Byakugan. But unlike all the other Byakugan users, this guy awakened it in just one eye, in the same way Boruto activates his. See, Mukai is a leaf ninja who had some affiliations with the Mist Village, and Danzo removed one of Mukai's team members and replaced him with Itachi, who then invited Shisui onto the team. Danzo gave Itachi and Shisui a secret mission, which was to assassinate Mukai since they suspected he was a spy for the Mist Village. To make things not seem suspicious to Mukai, Danzo sent them on a mission to spy on the hidden sand as well as the mist, because apparently they were forming an alliance. So before the mission, Mukai went out drinking and smoking, and thus he compromised the mission. They got chased by the enemy, and that is when Mukai revealed that he was able to awaken the Byakugan. The special aspect about him was that he was not full-blooded hyuga, nor was he half, but he still managed to unlock the Byakugan since his family was distantly related to the Hyuga clan. With that being stated, it introduces blood dilution, meaning that if people with Doujutsu were to breed with others who don't, the blood gets diluted, making it harder for the offspring to awaken the Doujutsu. And this is evident because Danzo did not believe Mukai would be able to awaken the Byakugan since his blood was distant from the Hyuga, or just too diluted. But that also leaves us with a question of how all these clans with Doujutsu are able to pass it on without dilution issues. I mean, if these rules apply, then it would mean that, say for example, if Sarada was to have a kid, the kid would struggle using the Sharingan, meaning that, you know, if the kid was to have another kid, the kid would also struggle using Sharingan, and so on, meaning that, you know, as time progresses, the Uchiha in the future will not be able to activate the Sharingan since their blood is diluted. Because if you remember, Sasuke's parents were both Uchiha, meaning that, you know, the blood will not be diluted, but Sarada and Sasuke are the only Uchiha left, and, you know, they're not going to do anything incestuous, meaning that Sarada is going to have to breed with someone outside of her clan, meaning that the blood will be diluted. So maybe in the future, the Uchiha bloodline will just go extinct. Also, there are Uchiha Shin, right, which will appear later down the Boruto episodes, but I doubt that they can spread on the Uchiha blood, even though maybe they might have it. So, you know, maybe the whole Uchiha clan depends on both Sarada and these new Uchiha Shin. Anyway, Mukai awakened the Byakugan in one eye, which was his left, whilst Boruto activates his in his right eye. Mukai used the Byakugan and he took down at least 20 ninja with no effort. His Doujutsu abilities worked just as well compared to someone who had the Byakugan in both eyes. In fact, he could use the 8 Trigrams technique to its fullest without issue, and he did so against the leader of the ninja which attacked him. He almost defeated both Itachi and Shisui when they attempted to assassinate him. Eventually, they managed to put him in a genjutsu, which leads him to committing suicide since he programmed himself to do so in case he was put under a genjutsu, and that is pretty much how he died. So what we learned from this story is that it becomes difficult for someone who inherited portions of Hyuga blood to unlock the Byakugan, as Danzo believed that Mukai was not capable of doing so, even if his distant descendants are Hyuga. And we also learned that the Byakugan awakens in one eye depending on the percentage of Hyuga blood that you have, which could possibly explain why Boruto only has one Byakugan in one eye whilst Himawari has both. It could be that as long as you are not full-blooded Hyuga, or you are a hybrid of a Hyuga and something else like Boruto and Himawari, there are chances that you only awaken it in a single eye. Whether the hybrid Byakugan glowing is exclusive to Boruto, we don't know, since we don't know what Mukai's version looks like. Now, people are saying that this is potentially the tenseigan. I don't think so, because think about this: if they give Boruto the eye right now and he learns to master it because he's starting to notice that he has this eye, he will actually start sweeping everyone in the Chunin exam, since if he awakens the tenseigan, he will also unlock the transformation and he will just ace his way through life. And that is something negative to start off the story with, since the main character will not have any struggles in terms of battle. And we also know that this will not happen because we know that the Chunin exam will happen and that Boruto will cheat with the Kote. And the final thing is that Boruto's eye looks like a glowing Byakugan with a black sclera, and people say that it looks like the tenseigan, but the tenseigan has a floral pattern inside of it as well as lacking a black sclera. So definitely this is something different, this is something new that they are giving to Boruto alone. Another thing is that we don't know if this light novel is canon or not, because it was not written by Kishimoto but by one of his assistant writers, and also some of the light novels are canon, including the Sakura one, the Sasuke one, the Shikamaru one, the Gaara one, and the Boruto one, but we don't know whether this one is canon. So just keep that in mind, that until it is confirmed we cannot say that this is actually canon, and it was actually illustrated and supervised by Kishimoto. So it could possibly be that all of these light novels are canon, even though a few things in there don't make sense once in a while, but this one does explain a lot. So with that being said, leave your comments or your thoughts in the comment section down below, like, subscribe and hit that notification button, all that bullshit, and I have nothing more to say. Bye.